right side. He's got it. And Wallace will step on first himself, and that'll end the inning. One left for Atlanta. They trail 5-2. John Lane makes his way to the plate, needing to make something happen. They're down to their final out in the 9th inning.
That's not looking too good for him anymore, but you know what? There's no clock in this sport, and that's for good reason. You've got to fight for all 27 outs.
Started to go around there, but he holds up ball 1.
He just about went around. He was lucky to put on the brakes when he did.
Line drive to center field, and that'll get down for a base hit.
They continue to rack up the hits. That puts runners on first and second now. But as we always say, it's what you do with all those base runners that's important. And so far, they haven't done a whole lot. Just take a look at our score.
And guys, little doubt that the big bat here tonight belonged to this gentleman right here, John Jay. Strike oppose, he's our top player of the game.
Yeah, he was a thorn in their side all game long. You'll see there, he winds up with a 3-hit ball game, and a couple of those were key hits that helped lead his guy.
Back here on the MLB pregame show, Matt Vasgersian getting you set for the finale of this 3-game set. That'll come your way in mere moments, but first we'll take a look at the Topps player spotlight. John Lane is our focus. And EK, yes, he's an emerging talent, but he isn't usually regarded as one of the bright young stars, yet he has been setting the world on fire lately.
Yeah, he's been really good, and it's been a little bit of a pleasant surprise for this club and its fans as well. He's a good-looking young player, but most don't consider him to be one of the future stars in this league. At least not yet, but if he keeps playing like this, he'll make a name for himself real quick. But regardless, I'm excited to watch him play in this one. It's always fun to see a guy play that's on a tear like this.
All right, pregame festivities are wrapping up. It's time for baseball, and we'll have it for you. A good look there at the southern skies and Turner Field in Atlanta. The calendar has turned to September, and we're ready for baseball between the San Diego Padres and the Atlanta Braves. It's baseball, it's the show, and it comes your way next. John Lane will stand in for the first time now, coming off a 3-hit contest in the loss last night.
Well, anytime you hit over 400 for a 10-game stretch, you're going pretty well. And his last game was a great indication of that.
And he'll try to crowd him there to start the at-bat. It's 1-0. These Padres, Eric, as they take the field this afternoon, they come in riding a 5-game winning streak, and they've really got things clicking. So this won't get by the shortstop as he's there to take it in for the 3rd out. We'll move to the 2nd now. Now to the plate, John Lane, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here.
Decent numbers, but nothing amazing from the left side of the plate so far this season.
Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1.
Nope.
That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. Chopped foul right at home plate. Protecting with 2 strikes, went out of the zone that time, but he stays alive. Filthy changeup that time, but he's able to make contact, and he'll get another chance. Runner at first here, one man out. Gets him out in front as this is hit in the air down the right field line. In there, a base hit. And they'll have runners at the corners following the one-out single.
And you get the sense now that they're getting closer and closer to breaking through here. That'll make it first and third now, and they've got a good chance here to break that string of zeros.
John Lane steps into the box as the leadoff hitter here in the bottom of the seventh.
And so far in this one, they're still getting shut out. So this leadoff at-bat could be huge if he can just get on base, because they've been held in check all game.
And a slider just about gets away from him there as it runs in a bit too close for comfort.
Well, nothing wrong with that. As much as it pains me to say, the pitchers have the right to work inside.
Belted high and deep into right center. Sanford ranging back, but he won't get there as it lands just shy of the wall. Around second, he'll try for third, and he will get there. He's in at third as the tying run with the leadoff triple.
Well, that's taking quite a risk when you represent the tying run leading off an inning. If he gets thrown out at third, we might have to answer some questions back in that dugout, but he's confident he could get there, and sure enough, he made the right call.
John Lane comes to the plate now with the tying run at first, so he'll be looking to drive a ball into the gap here. Off the plate and low here, ball one. Nervous time now in that third base dugout.
Heck, nervous time up here. My heart's racing, and I'm just watching this game.
Swinging a ball hit softly on the ground, and he won't even think about second as he'll flip on to first for the sure out.
Well, it probably wasn't the way he wanted to move the guy into scoring position, but it's going to have to do, and he's going to get that man up to second.
Well, you always hope to get a good outing from your starting pitcher, but this man went above and beyond in this one. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, not the longest outing he'll ever.
So a move for a pinch, come on to hit with runners at first and second, and still only one out. Couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen.
Third baseman, John Lane.
John Lane stands in as he can't connect here. 0-1.
Now, if you're Atlanta, you have got to come up with a key hit here. Well, that's been missing.
Trying to hold the lead. That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. A little behind on that swing, and now he'll try to shorten up maybe and protect the plate. Has to be thinking strikeout here.
Nope, that's a ball.
2 balls and 2 strikes now. Where do you go from here?
I think he's set up for something off speed. If you can put that changeup below his knees, you won't come within a foot of it.
Now a ball hit in the air, but in play perhaps down the line. Winter is over now, and he puts this one away in foul territory, and there are 2 men out.
Well, you know, he had the
And fellas, as always, a few guys we could have chosen from, but out of everybody, that's the man who stands out in my book. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, you see a couple of hits for him in the ball game. This one was tight throughout, but in the end, he really helped lead his guys to this victory.
Time for baseball on the show from the bank, Citizens Bank Park in Philadelphia. John Lane will get his first opportunity here, and as you can see, he's got that average up over the 290 mark to begin play.
Oh, man, did he absolutely crush the ball last month. He hit over 400. One of the most deep.
And he's into second safely with a stolen base. Here comes the 1-0. Nope. Fastball misses away here. It's 2-0.
No strike.
These Phillies, Eric Karros, as they enter play here tonight. They come in winners of 2 straight and looking to get things turned around in what hasn't been all that amazing a stretch for them.
And in terms of the homestand, they've won 2 and lost 2. So not much to say about that, except you hate to give away games at home. You'd like to see a little more consistent effort going forward.
Haston backs up and takes care of it. 2 away. Into the box, John Lane, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here.
Decent numbers, but nothing amazing from the left side of the plate so far this season.
Hit hard towards center, and that's in there, so perhaps some life here with 2 men out.
Yeah, that's a 2-out hit.
John Lane will come forward now to start out their half of the 6th, and they've found it rough sailing against this starter so far as he's yielded just 2 hits through the first 5.
Not too many hard hit balls there either. He's had them off balance all game.
And that one's in on the hands to start the inning. It's ball 1. Not too many strikeouts on the ledger for him so far, but it hasn't really mattered.
Yeah, I think ideally you'd like to see him miss a few more bats, but as long as you're keeping guys off balance and you're letting your defense help you, you don't need to strike a ton of guys out to be successful.
And he'll fall behind now to 1-2. And he'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2. Ooh, he saws him off with that one. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. And he gets him to lift one high in the air and drifting out to shallow center. Blanco will wait on it. 1 gone.
Boy, that's just another off-balance swing right there. Not only are these guys light on hits, they're not even making...
John Lane gets another crack right here. He's got a hit in 3 tries to this point. Into the windup and the pitch. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Ashe has a beat on it, and he brings it in for the 2nd out of the inning.
The first baseman, number 2.
Our line score to this point tells the story. You see the Phillies leading this one at home here at Citizens Bank Park. Well, you always hope to get a good outing from your starting pitcher, but this man went above and beyond in this one. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, I thought he really pitched well. He ran into a few problems here and there along the way, but aside from that, he was definitely...
From the city of brotherly love, MLB The Show has baseball from Citizens Bank Park in Philadelphia. John Lane will get his first opportunity here, and as you can see, he's got that average up over the 290 mark to begin play.
Well, he's been hitting really well over his last 10 games or so, and he's someone to watch out for in this one.
Ground ball sent back up the middle, and he'll just step on second for the force, and that'll do it for this half inning. So it's no runs. John Lane is ready here as we begin the top of the 4th. And he catches the inside corner for a called strike. 0-1. And now a curveball as he's got to lean out of the way. That one nearly got him.
And if he can get himself into a fastball count, don't be surprised if he has a big cut at something. Maybe try and break this tie ball game.
Halfway to 100 pitches. Here it is. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Yeah, he's not really getting on top of that curveball right now, and that's going to get him into trouble if he keeps leaving it up there like that.
A swinging bunt out in front of the plate. Throw to first in time. 1 gone here in the 4th.
Now batting.
Well, that's just good pitching right there.
Stepping in, John Lane. He'll swing it from the left side right here.
John
Hellickson's
Lane.
ready. First pitch on the way. Swing and a miss as he was way in front of that one.
Yeah, and it seems like he kind of got away from that pitch here in the last few innings. You got to think about bringing that one right back.
Now an off-speed pitch well inside, and it forces him to bounce away from danger.
Sometimes if you let that changeup go too soon, it'll take off on you. He's lucky that didn't hit him.
Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. John Lane comes to the plate, and he'll start us off in the 8th.
And so far in this ballgame, he hasn't even been on base yet, so we'll see if he can make an adjustment here.
On to the 8th now, as the first pitch is a fastball that's looked at for ball 1. High in the air out to center field. Pereira's there. 1 away.
Now batting.
A very tightly contested. John Lane will stand in. He flew out his last time up. Here's the first pitch to him. And this is taken outside for ball 1. Tapped out in front of home. And a throw over to Howard, and that's the second out. An entertaining game all in all, so if we have to choose one who stood out among all others, why not go with this man right here? He's our top player of the game. Just blocks from the Capitol building, we welcome you to Nationals Park. A Labor Day matchup in. John Lane readies for his first swings in this one. And boy, check out the recent numbers. Clearly providing a lot of pop at the plate right now. Sends that one out of play for strike 1. And boy, this at-bat is not starting off well as he's behind 0-2 now. EK, these Nationals, as they take the field here today, they've been on a real nice run of late, winning 5 of their last 6 games.
Yeah, and you look back to that last game, you'll take...
John Lane is into the box. He was a strikeout victim in his first try.
Oh, it was a good changeup that got him last time, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them try to work that off-speed stuff right back into their game plan here.
Scherzer comes set. 0-1 on its way. Chopped foul right at home plate. In under the hands with a fastball. It's 1-2.
All right, so he sort of wasted one up right there. Now I think we'll see a breaking ball down in the zone, trying to get him to swing and miss.
To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Filthy changeup that time, but he's able to make contact, and he'll get another chance. Here's the pitch on 2-2. And this misses, so that'll fill the count at 3-2. Switch hitter on deck, Nick Swisher. This is line to left. A leaping try, but it's out of his reach and into the outfield.
Now after the big inning your ball club just put together.
John Lane will stand in. A strikeout victim his first time, and then a base hit last time around. Scherzer into the windup. First pitch on the way. And that's inside for a ball. 1-0. No runs, 5 hits, and no errors so far for Atlanta. Can't get around quick enough, and that'll move the count to 1-1. A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. And he'll fall behind now to 1-2. Trying to strike him out for the second time. 1-2 is an off-speed pitch. No dice. It's 2-2. 4 pitches. Fast, slow, fast, slow. EK, you thinking fastball here?
It seems to fit the pattern, but you better not get too predictable out there. Guys will catch on quick.
And a changeup runs inside on him as he's got to back out of the way of that one. Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. Good battle here. This will be the 7th pitch coming up. Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him in the inning. John Lane will start it off here in their half of the 9th, and no sign of a reliever. They're going to let him try to finish this one off.
Well, he's been brilliant so far, so why not see if he can take it the distance? It just doesn't happen these days very often.
Throw on to first for the out, and that is how the 9th inning gets underway. Well, a pretty good offensive show of force in this one. Probably at least a couple of players deserving, but gentlemen, let's go ahead and give this man the nod as our top player of the game.
Yeah, no question he was a tough out up there. You see the 3 hits.
And we're going to have to start things out here in the top half of the inning. And now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there.
Third baseman.
Down the first baseline. Fielded cleanly by Zimmerman. And he'll take this to the bag. 3 unassisted for the first out.
Now batting, the pitcher, Aroldis.
And guys, the Braves tonight were led offensively by the exploits of this man, Nick Markakis. Don't put that card in your bicycle spokes. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, I think in the end this really could have been anybody's award, but
time for baseball now on the show as you get a look there at Nationals Park here in Washington. John Lane will come forward now, back in the lineup after being used as a pinch hitter last night. And he can't get out of the way of that one, so the leadoff man will... Digging in the switch hitter, John Lane. He was drilled by a pitch his last time up.
Yeah, I wonder if he rubbed it.
John
First
Lane.
pitch sinker
Inside.
misses in on the hands that time. It's a ball and no strikes.
And after getting hit in his first at-bat, he's got to be saying, look, enough with the inside pitches already.
And I believe they'll say he broke the plane, as yes, he did. It's ruled a strike. Lifted the other way to left center. Johnson giving chase. He's there to make the play, and that'll retire the side. Ryan Zimmerman will get the first shot here. John Lane will stand in, and he, like so many others, hitless in the ballgame so far.
Well, we've been talking about it a lot, but this offense is just getting shut down right now. We've seen some really fantastic pitching in this one.
Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side is retired. John Lane will step in now as his guys look for a breakthrough here with a runner in scoring position.
Yeah, and it's been a long time coming. They haven't done anything with their opportunities so far. Maybe this will be the time that they finally crack the scoreboard.
Holland's ready. Here's the 0-1. And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1.
You can't worry at all about that runner at second. I mean, his run means nothing. Just go right at the guy at the plate.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. And now the wheels spin in that first base dugout.
Oh, that man right there has got to be sweating bullets. Hard to say I blame him at all.
41,888 fans up out of their chairs now in Washington. Now a swing, and he pops him up. And this should do it. Espinoza is there for it, makes the catch, and that's the ball game.
Yeah, and you know, this home crowd is going to get to drive home happy as their guys come through with a very good win.
Time for one final check of the line score as you see the key players there in this shutout victory. Well, you always hope to get a good outing from your starting pitcher, but this man went above and beyond in this one. He's our top player. A nice shot there of the nighttime skies over Turner Field in Atlanta. Tonight, the opener of a 3-game series. Digging in the switch hitter, John Lane, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here.
Decent numbers, but nothing amazing from the left side of the plate so far this season.
Toss started to go down after it, and he couldn't hold back. It's strike one. DK, these Mets, as they enter play here tonight, they've had a pretty rough go of it of late, and that's being kind. They come in losers of 8 in a row.
And the silver lining to that is that they do have their ace going here tonight. He's what folks used to call the stopper, the guy you turn to when you needed to break a losing streak. So it's all on his shoulders here tonight.
And now a curveball as he's got to lean out of the way. That one nearly got him.
And we'll see him work both sides of the plate with the curveball going forward. Or maybe not that far in, but he'll move that pitch around.
That's going to even up the count at 2-2. Has to be thinking strikeout here. Bounce towards the second baseman. A tag for one. Back to Duda. A double play, and the inning is over. So it's no runs on a hit, no errors, and a man left. We'll move to the second now at Turner. John Lane is set to lead us off in the home half of the 4th inning.
Well, they still aren't even on the board yet, so this leadoff guy needs to get on so they can manufacture a run.
Sends that one out of play for strike one. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Hard liner toward short. And a low throw to first that bounces as he can't hang on.
Now batting.
I don't know if there's anything really to pinpoint about this play. It might have been one of those where he never really got a good grip on the baseball. And he winds up kind of throwing a sinker across the diamond to first base, and it skips right on by.
John Lane will stand in to lead off the inning. Middle third of the lineup, 4, 5, and 6 as they try to get something going.
And this whole lineup's been pretty quiet all game long. Just the one run. That's it.
Harvey steps into his windup. Here it is on 0-1. And here's a curveball that just about got away as it misses inside for a ball. And he'll come back with one in the dirt as the count moves to 2-1 now. He's fallen behind now, 3-1.
Well, I think it's time to attack now because these guys haven't been in too many good hitters' counts. This is where you need to pounce.
Hit out of play, and it's a full count now. Something has to give. Here's the payoff pitch. Hit hard on the ground to second. Walker's got it. Oh, and he overshoots his first baseman as it's over his head.
Boy, when you're starving for offense, this is a huge break. They get the leadoff man on here to start the inning, and maybe getting this pitcher into his stretch might just jumpstart that offense.
John Lane will stand in for the 4th time now, still looking for his first hit of the ball game.
And he's not the only one either. This has been a great pitching performance so far, and they've had these guys chasing their tails all game long.
Now a ball hit in the air, but in play perhaps down the line. Conforto is over now, and he puts this one away in foul territory, and there are 2 men out. And the Mets were given a big boost tonight by the performance of this man, David Wright. Don't put that card in your bicycle spokes. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, no question he was a tough out up there.
From downtown Atlanta, we welcome you to baseball from Turner Field. Tonight, Game 2 of this 3-game series between the New York Mets and the Atlanta Braves. Stay tuned for Braves baseball starting now. John Lane will stand in. He comes off an 0 for 4 in last night's ball game.
Well, guys, he's really been scuffling lately, hitting under 250 over his last 10 games.
Nope.
So he's going to be looking to turn this thing around sometime soon.
The windup and the 1-0 pitch. That'll be a souvenir, and the count will move to 1-1. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Foul right at the plate. The count moves now to 1-2. Here's the 1-2 delivery. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. And this misses, so that'll fill the count at 3-2. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. Swung on in the dirt for the 3rd strike. The throw to first is in time, and the inning is over. So only 1 hit in the inning. John Lane is set to lead us off in the home half of the 4th inning. Into the windup and the pitch. Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Conforto has a read on it, 1 down.
And you know, he's kind of going through a stretch right now where the ball just isn't jumping off his bat. He's got a good pitch to hit.
John Lane will stand in now. He's struck out and flied out, 0 for 2 thus far. Seared down the first baseline. He dives, but he can't pull it in, and it's down the line into right. So now they'll have 2 men in scoring position following the 2-out double.
Well, neither offense has really made a huge impact so far, but finally maybe a little sign of life. He drives this ball for 2 bases, and even though they've had trouble scoring runs, they're not out of this thing by a long shot.
So a pivotal moment here, and digging in now, John Lane. And he does so representing the possible go-ahead run.
Yeah, but you got to make sure that he doesn't try to do too much here. Just keep that line moving. Do something productive and give the next guy a chance as well.
No strike.
And he lays off there, 1-0. Our pitcher's duel continues here. 2-1 score as we play the 8th. Chop foul right at home plate. It's strike 1.
Nope,
2-1. And he misses low here, so the count goes to 3-1.
Well, I think it's time to attack now because these guys haven't been in too many good hitters' counts. This is where you need to pounce.
And he missed with it. Ball 4. So that means now the potential tying run will move into score. Well, you always hope to get a good outing from your starting pitcher, but this man went above and beyond in this one. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, I thought he really pitched well. He ran into a few problems here and there along the way, but aside from that, he was definitely a difference maker out there.
So that's a wrap here tonight. For my partners in the booth, Eric Karros and Steve Lyons, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. A good look there at the southern skies in Turner Field in Atlanta. Today, the 3rd and final. John Lane set to take his first cuts with a man at first and 2 away.
Yeah, and he's going to have to find a gap to give that man on first a chance to score.
Out in front of it, strike 1. Here comes the 0-1. And it's quickly 0-2. A runner on first with 2 away. Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. A pause and the 0-2. Now a 58-foot curveball that misses for a ball. These Mets, EK, as they take the field here today, they come in winners of 2 straight and looking to get things turned around in what hasn't. And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire. So stepping in, number 17, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. First pitch of the at-bat. Grounded back up the middle. And this gets right through him, and that may be a run. He'll come home with it, and he will be tagged out at the plate. So it remains a 1-run deficit here as the side is retired. John Lane will stand in. A strikeout victim his first time and then a base hit last time around. Went about halfway there, but it's a called strike regardless.
Yeah, and it seems like he kind of got away from that pitch here in the last few innings. You got to think about bringing that one right back.
Just a bit late, and he's fallen behind 0-2. That misses 1-2.
Yeah, he's not really getting on top of that curveball right now, and that's going to get him into trouble if he keeps leaving it up there like that.
Swung on, and he went fishing in the dirt. And the throw to first is there to record the second out.
Now batting.
Oh, this one could have been trouble. But that's a nice play behind the plate to clear himself of the runner and then make a good throw on to first base to get the put out.
Stepping in, John Lane. He'll swing it from the left side right here.
He has really struggled against right-handed pitching so far this year. His average against righties is pretty ugly so far.
Nope. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0. Can't get around quick enough, and that'll move the count to 1-1. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Ball. 3-1 now as that misses down and in.
He knows the drill out there. You got to make him swing the bat. Cannot be giving up walks at this stage of the game because those could be fatal.
And it's full now, 3-2. 3 runs, 10 hits, and no errors so far for Atlanta. To first, Duda's up with it, and he'll take this to the bag himself, and there are 2 away now.
Now batting, catcher A.J. Persinski.
John Lane steps in to get the home side started here in the 10th.
Third baseman, John Lane.
He'll start him with a fastball down and in for a ball, 1-0. Hit hard to the right side. To his left, Herrera. Throw to first is in time for the first out. John Lane strides in, grounded out his last time through.
And Matt, with the double play in order, they'll obviously be looking to induce another ground ball out of him right here.
Oh, this is hit to third. Will it be 2? To second for 1. On to first, the double play.
If you're going to let this guy swing it.
A handful of fine individual performances to choose from in this one, boys. But what do you say we go ahead and let this man take home the hardware? He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, he connected on
From downtown Atlanta, we welcome you to baseball from Turner Field. John Lane comes to the plate looking to flip the script. His bat has gone ice cold over the last 8 or so ball games. Chen sets. First pitch on its way. Skied into straightaway right. Ichiro is back in plenty of time to put this away, however, and there are 2 gone. Now a chance here in Atlanta to take a look at the Braves starting lineup. Who's the one to watch, EK? John Lane steps in with 1 in, 1 out, and 1 on here in the inning.
That's been a pretty good inning here so far, so we'll see if they can scratch another run across right here.
Sends that one out of play for strike 1. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. The 0-2 home. Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball.
Got to be careful here with a run in already. You don't want to let one get away from you and lose the possibility of a double play.
Look out. That one almost got away from him. 2-2 now. Hard liner toward short. Oh, and that's knocked down. And the effort pays off as he's able to recover and get the second out of the inning.
Now batting.
John Lane stands in. He'll try to improve in this at-bat after grounding into a fielder's choice his last time up. Out in front of it, strike 1. And now a curveball that bounces up to the plate. It's 1-1.
You know, he's pitched a really nice ball game to this point, but this is a big moment for him. Getting through the heart of this order at this stage of his outing would be huge.
And he comes back with a fastball. 1-2 now.
But this is the thing that's so impressive about this guy. He'll show you that good breaking ball, but then he'll run that fastball up the ladder at 92, 93.
Chop foul over towards the coaching box. Chen's got his target. Here's the 1-2. Oh, and a good curveball that time as it's taken for a called strike 3. And there are 2. John Lane will stand in now, hoping to get on track as they've been able to neutralize his power out of the cleanup spot. 0 for 3 thus far.
Well, guys, it just hasn't been his day. You know, sometimes cleanup hitters are sort of all or nothing type hitters. But hey, he's still got a chance to make an impact on this game right now.
The 1-0 delivery. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
Yeah, he's looked at 2 close pitches. You get the feeling that this is the calm before the storm. I think he'll unload on this one if this thing is anywhere near the zone.
And a good comeback fastball there. It's 2 balls and a strike.
And sometimes you got to cut down a little stride against a guy who's throwing this hard. Either you take that leg kick completely out of the equation, or you get it started just a little bit quicker.
That's going to even up the count at 2-2. Tap foul at home plate. He's set. Here's the 2-2. Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. Ready on 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here it comes. Hit hard towards center, and that'll get down for a base hit.
now just playing a little station-to-station.
Well, a pretty good offensive show of force in this one. Probably at least a couple of players deserving. But, gentlemen, let's go ahead and give this man the nod as our top player of the game.
Yeah, well, he really drove the ball well in this one. Winds up finishing with 6 RBIs. I'd say that's a pretty good day's work.
So that just about does it. For EK, Psycho, and the crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, get those smartphones and tablets out and head over to theshownation.com. Now from 755, Hank Aaron Drive. A look at Turner Field here in Atlanta. Tonight we wrap up this 3-game series between the Miami Marlins and the Atlanta Braves. Major League Baseball on the show starts now. John Lane steps in now, just hoping for something to go his way. And as you can see, that has not been the case in recent days. Pulls this one into the air, out into right field. Ichiro will wait on this one. And that's out number 2. And time now to take.
He's been hitting the cover off the ball lately, batting over .350 in the last 10 games.
Third baseman.
Cozart into the windup. First pitch on the way. John Lane is in for the second time here as he looks at a ball high, 1-0. A 2-1 score here as we play inning number 3. Fastball got him to swing through it. It's 1-1.
You know, a lot of times with a sinker baller out there, you're just conditioned to always look for something down. So he can surprise you with that high fastball, maybe four-seam it every once in a while.
Ouch, that one hit him.
That ball got it.
Well, with 2 out.
John Lane will step in to get things started for the Braves in their half of the 6th.
Third baseman. John.
There's a first pitch curveball trying to come back to the outside corner. Didn't get it that time. It's ball 1. Shot towards second, and this is going to scoot on through into center for a base hit leading off the inning. Stepping in, John Lane, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here.
Decent numbers, but nothing amazing from the left side of the plate so far this season.
Pitch swung on and hit in the air toward the line and right. Therefore, it is Ichiro, and he's got it for out number 2.
The batter, number 13, second baseman.
Well, you always hope to get a good outing from your starting pitcher, but this man went above and beyond in this one. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, he wound up turning things over to his bullpen.
From downtown Atlanta, we baseball from Turner Field. Tonight, the opener of a 3-game series. John Lane will stand in, hoping for a reversal of fortune here as he's seen that average drop precipitously these past 10 ball games. Hot shot to third. And, oh, he can't knock this one down as it zips right by him into left.
Yeah, a hot shot that time and a tough read down there at third base. He just couldn't get the...
John Lane will dig in. He singled his first time around.
John Lane.
Ball one.
Fastball off the plate away for ball one. Fastball got him to swing through it. It's 1-1.
Just overmatched him there.
Swing and a miss on the fastball, and it's 1-2.
Oh, nothing fancy. 3 fastballs so far in this at-bat. He could go just about anywhere from here.
A shot down the first baseline. But this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. Both clubs with 3 hits in the ballgame. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
You can see where they want to go to try and get him out. A lot of pitches in on the hands in this sequence. They don't want him to be able to extend.
Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. Look out. Don't want to hit him there.
3-2.
It's full 3-2.
Yeah, you got to be careful there after that leadoff single. You don't want to hit a guy here and really let him get something started.
Here's a blooper out toward left center. Calling for it, Worth. Makes the play, 1 away.
Yeah, that was a really good battle right there.
John Lane will dig in now. A single and a fly out for him in 2 trips thus far.
You know, I think he's had a good approach in each of his first 2 at-bats. He seems to be seeing the ball well and putting some decent swings on it.
Scherzer gets the sign. 0-1 on its way. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike.
Well, one thing we've seen from this guy on the mound so far, when he makes bad pitches, they typically miss out of the strike zone. They don't miss in the zone where they can be crushed.
Worth is under it. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. John Lane will start it off here in their half of the 9th, and no sign of a reliever. They're going to let him try to finish this one off.
Well, he's been brilliant so far, so why not see if he can take it the distance? It just doesn't happen these days very often.
Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. Scherzer's ready. Here he comes, 0-1. And he pumps the fastball by him at 94. It's 0-2.
Boy, I'll tell you, to be down 0-2 against a guy like this with the stuff he's got tonight, not a comfortable spot to be in.
Started to go around there, but he holds up ball 1. Fly ball out toward left center field. Revere is there, and that's not the start to the bottom of the 9th this crowd was hoping for. And guys, we were treated to an excellent pitching performance in this one by the gentleman you see right here, Max Scherzer. Don't put that card in your bicycle spokes. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, just the 1 run allowed, but anytime you can give your bullpen a day off, it doesn't.
A good look there at the southern skies in Turner Field in Atlanta. Today, it's the 2nd of his 3 games. John Lane gets his first shot now, and he's working on a modest 5-game hitting streak. He's set. Here it comes. And this is taken outside for ball 1. EK, these Nationals, as they take the field here today, they come in looking to make it 2 in a row as they were winners last time out.
And they got a great pitching performance in the opener of this series, so if they could get anything comparable here or the rest of this road trip, you can bet they'll take it.
And he's safe at first as he beats this one out by about a half a step. At the plate, John Lane, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here.
Decent numbers, but nothing amazing from the left side of the plate so far this season.
Strasburg comes set. Here's the first pitch. Sends that one out of play for strike one. Runners are at first and third, one away. Just a bit late, and he's fallen behind 0-2. Swing, and he popped him up, and that will not score the run from third. Espinoza backs up and takes care of it, 2 away.
Well, anytime you get an RBI guy to the plate with
John Lane will stand in. He flew out his last time up.
John Lane.
Here's a hard hit ball to the left side that'll be taken in out there at short. And that'll be the first out of the inning. John Lane will stand in now in what could be a real make or break situation.
And you think at this point you have to get something out of this inning. The further you get into that bullpen, the tougher it's going to be to claw back from this deficit.
Into the seats, 0-1. Back to him, and that's off his leg. No chance to make the play. Let's just hope he's okay on the mound. And time now to see quite where that got him. John Lane comes forward now, and he's got to get on base any way he can with that possible tying run standing behind him in the on-deck circle. Holland pauses. Here's the first pitch. Hard hit ball to second. And a bit of a high throw that time, but no problem over there at first as they record the out. Well, the bats were certainly working in this one, but out of everybody, I'd say this man most deserves to be our top player of the game.
Yeah, 2 hits for him in the ballgame. Both of them doubles.
Now from 755, Hank Aaron Drive. A look at Turner Field here in Atlanta. John Lane will stand in now. 2 hits and 5 trips for him in yesterday's ball game.
Well, guys, one good game does not a season make. He's been hitting under 250 over his last 10 games, so hopefully he's figured something out.
Murphy is there to take this one, and the bottom of the second starts with a 1-pitch out. And with that, stepping in, John Lane. He'll swing it from the left side right here.
John Lane.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. Ground ball sent back up the middle. Espinoza relay to first in time, and just like that, this John Lane will stand in for a 3rd time now. His previous efforts left something to be desired as he popped out and bounced into a double play.
Yeah, he's been a deficit at the plate for his guys so far.
Chopped foul right at home plate at strike 1. Down the third baseline. Rendon is there. The second for 1. On to first, but not in time as he's in there ahead of the throw. John Lane will stand in, needing to do something here to get on base as they're down to their final 2 outs.
Yeah, and you just can't worry about the score right here. You just got to be able to string together a couple of base runners and take it 1 pitch at a time, 1 runner at a time.
Swing and a miss as he was way in front of that one. Gets a small piece near the plate. Ramos scoops it up on to first, and that means the Braves are now down to their final out.
Yeah, and I don't know.
Well, you always hope to get a good outing from your starting pitcher, but this man went above and beyond in this one. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, he wound up turning things over to his
From Flushing, Queens, baseball from the home of the Mets, Citi Field. Tonight, Game 2 of this 3-game series between the Atlanta Braves and the New York Mets. It's Mets baseball next on the show. John Lane will stand in, hoping for a reversal of fortune here as he's seen that average drop precipitously these past 10 ball games. Harvey sets his sights. First pitch on the way. That's lifted the other way out to left. Campbell has a beat on it. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. Down in order. John Lane is ready here as we begin the top of the fourth.
Well, they still don't have any runs on the board yet, so getting this leadoff man on base would be huge.
Harvey steps into his windup. Here's the first pitch. This is hit the other way out toward left field. Campbell is under it to put it away, and it's a quick one pitch out to begin the fourth.
Boy, they are just making life easy for this guy.
John Lane will stand in again. He's flown out in each of his first 2 plate appearances thus far.
Yeah, and he just needs to make a small adjustment and stay through the middle of the ball. Think about hitting a line drive right back up the middle.
Well, this is all about quickness with the right-handed pitcher on the mound. Here, they catch him in between steps at time, and the result is an easy pickoff.
Pretty well struck high and deep to left field. Campbell ranging back, and a leaping effort at the wall, but it's in vain. A home run. A solo shot here to left, and now it's 2-1 in favor of Atlanta.
Oh, and you know what? I think he's going to kick himself out there in left field when he watches the tape replay and realizes just how close he came to robbing this home run. I don't think he quite got the timing down right, because if he had...
John Lane will stand in yet again as we flash you back to the middle innings. This was a turning point here. A solo home run that was really one of the key at-bats of the ball game to this point. Ooh, started him with the change, and it's 0-1.
Boy, when he's got that thing going good, it just takes a nosedive right at the end.
Looking to keep this a 1-run game, and he falls behind 0-2. Reed sets. Here's the 0-2. Hold the string on him. Strike 3 swinging. The throw to first is in time, and the inning is over. And the Mets were given a big boost tonight by the performance of this man, Curtis Granderson. He's our tops player of the game.
Yeah, no question he was a tough out up there. You see the 3 hits, including a home run. Without him in the lineup, I think this might have been a different story.
3 men on base.
So that'll just about do it. For Eric Karros, Steve Lyons, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. For more, don't forget to check out theshownation.com. MLB The Show has baseball on tap from lovely Citi Field in New York. John Lane will stand in here. He drove in one of their 2 runs in last night's ball game.
Well, guys, one good game does not a season make. He's been hitting under 250 over his last 10 games, so hopefully he's figured something out.
And he takes ball 1. PK, these Mets, as they enter play here tonight, they come in looking to make it 2 in a row as they were winners last time out.
And after the loss in the opener of the series, that was a...
Hold on now. That ball is down and could score a run. Long throw to the plate. But this is well up the line, and he's safe at home plate.
This is a good sign right here. These guys were pretty well shut down the last time.
Striding into the box, John Lane. He reached on a single in his first try. First pitch on its way. And he'll try to take control of the inside part of the plate with the fastball as he backs him off a bit.
Well, nothing wrong with that. As much as it pains me to say, the pitchers have the right to work inside.
Inside corner, a ball and a strike. And he'll come back with one in the dirt as the count moves to 2-1 now. Hot shot on the ground is short. On to first, and there were two down.
Now batting, catcher, A.J. Pierzynski.
John Lane will dig in here. 1 for 2. He's singled and grounded out so far.
Yeah, putting the ball in play. Sometimes that's half the battle.
Lifted in the air to straightaway left. Conforto has it in his tracks, and he makes the catch for the second out.
Now batting, catcher, A.J. Pierzynski.
John Lane will stand in now in what could be a real make-or-break situation.
And you think at this point you have to get something out of this inning. The further you get into that bullpen, the tougher it's going to be to claw back from this deficit.
Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. 4 runs, 6 hits, and no errors so far for Atlanta. Too high. 1-2.
All right, leadoff man on first. Here's where you got to start clawing your way back into this ball game. It's not too late, but it needs to start happening soon.
Now he gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Bounced softly in front of the plate. Throw on to first in time, 1 away. So a good offensive showing for these guys, but if we had to pick one player that stood out, that's our man right there. He's our tops player of the game.
Yeah, no question he was a tough out up there. You see the 3 hits, including a home run. Without him in the lineup, I think this might have been...
MLB The Show's coverage of Major League Baseball brings us to the great state of Florida and Marlins Park in Miami. Tonight it's the first of 4 between the Atlanta Braves and the Miami Marlins. Coming to the plate now, John Lane, and he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here.
Oh, and it's so important to take advantage of these kind of opportunities early in a ball game. It can change the entire complexion of the game if you can put the other guys on their heels right away.
That's wide, 2-0.
Boy, he better get it back together here with 2 guys on already. He's starting to lose location of that strike zone. He's got to throw a strike right here.
Swing and a ball line hard towards short. To second for 1. Relay to first in time, and just like that. John Lane is ready here as we begin the top of the 4th.
Third baseman, John
First
Lane.
pitch coming. Here it is. Sends that one out of play for strike 1. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
I think he needs to cut down on his swing a bit. Get a little more compact because he ain't going to be touching those fastballs.
Half swing here, but it won't matter. It's strike 3 call. John Lane will stand in to lead off the inning. Middle third of the lineup, 4, 5, and 6 as they try to get something going.
And this whole lineup's been pretty quiet all game long. Just the one run. That's it.
Now a fastball off the plate away. A ball and a strike. Hit hard towards second. But this will be taken in at second base. Good positioning for the first out. John Lane will stand in for the 4th time now. Still looking for his first hit of the ball game.
And he's not the only one either. This has been a great pitching performance so far, and they've had these guys chasing their tails all game long.
Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. Gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. The 0-2 is a breaking pitch taken for a ball, 1-2.
That big curveball is not an easy one to take on an 0-2 count. That's a great job of holding on.
And that misses 2-2. He's ready with the 2-2 pitch. Full count now, 3-2.
And now the benefit of you working the count to 3-2 is that runner gets a head start from first with 2 away.
Good battle. Count remains full. Bounce to first. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. John Lane makes his way to the plate, needing to make something happen. They're down to their final out in the 9th inning.
Yeah, it's not looking too good for him anymore, but you know what? There's no clock in this sport, and that's for good reason. You've got to fight for all 27 outs.
Hit hard on the ground to second, and a reach to his backhand side at second, but this finds a way by. 1 run is scored. The run scores from second. That makes it 7-6 now. Emilio Bonifacio will come on now and pinch run. And guys, I think you might agree there's little doubt that the star of this afternoon's contest was this man, Nick Swisher. Picture perfect there. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, I think in the end this really could have been anybody's award, but
from the newest ballpark on the Major League landscape, there's a look inside Marlins Park in Miami. Tonight, the 2nd of 4 between the Atlanta Braves and the Miami. John Lane makes his way to the plate. He'll get us started here in the top of the 2nd. A little tardy there. No balls and a strike. This Marlin Ball Club Arqueros, as they begin play here tonight, fair to say they're not playing their best baseball right now. Losers of 5 of their last 6.
And it's been a little bit of a rocky start to the homestand. Just 1 win to show for their first 4 games. I think it starts with the pitching. They've got to get a good performance out of this starter if they want to turn around their fortune.
Striding into the box, John Lane, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here.
He has really struggled against right-handed pitching so far this year. His average against righties is pretty ugly so far.
Ball inside.
Now a fastball to start things out. Didn't miss by a lot, but it's 1-0. 1-0 count. Here it is. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0. Pitching has the upper hand early as we're scoreless in inning number 4. Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And this is going to wind up a foul ball. That's going to even up the count at 2-2. Trying to strike him out for the second time. Chop foul at the plate, and the count holds at 2-2. Set to deal on 2-2. Outside in a full count, 3-2.
Oh, he just about found the back door with that one. Just maybe an inch or two away.
Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. Broken bat as this ball's hit on the ground. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. John Lane will dig in for the third time now. He struck out and bounced out in his first 2 trips. And there's the fourth wide one, so they'll go after the next guy with a force at any base here and 2 men gone.
The batter, number 13, second baseman, Adonis.
John Lane steps into the box. Let's see if they avoid the zone again or try to challenge him here.
Well, I'm sure he'd probably rather hit, but guess what? There's no easier way to improve that on-base percentage.
To Gordon for 1. On to first as they get the double play. And guys, little doubt, big bat here tonight belonged to this gentleman right here. Nick Markakis. Strike oppose. He's our top player of the game.
And I think all things considered, this was really a team victory. But out of everybody, I agree. He made the biggest impact out there.
So that just about does it. For EK, Psycho, and the crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, get those smartphones and tablets out and head over to theshownation.com. The Braves are winners here.
3-4.
Afternoon baseball now from beautiful Marlins Park in Miami. Today it's the finale of this 4-game set. John Lane will stand in, getting the start here despite being out of the lineup last night. Cozart sets. First pitch on the way. Now a swing and a ball hit foul to first as the first base coach had to do a little skip to my Lou there. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Runners are at first and second with 1 away. Sliced hard on the ground, and that's through into right field for a base hit. And they will hold that runner over at third as he'll move up only 90 feet. But now to the plate, John Lane. He'll swing it from the left side right here.
Decent numbers, but nothing amazing from the left side of the plate so far this season.
Ball hit high and foul down the left field line. It's strike 1. First and second here with nobody out. In the dirt here, but fortunately here, no advance. And he'll fall behind now to 1-2. Here's the 1-2 delivery. Grounded back up the middle. And that's through into center field. Base hit. He'll come home with it. And not in time as the run scores. John Lane steps in after hitting an RBI single his last time around. And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike 1. The early hit total, about what you'd expect in a score line such as this. And this runs inside, and that looked like it got him pretty good. John Lane will get another shot, hit by a pitch his last time.
Yeah, I wonder if he rubbed it.
Third baseman, John Lane.
This is hit down the right field line, but it's going to get out of play for strike one. 0-1 count, and the pitch. Chopped foul right at home plate. Hit hard on the ground towards second, and that's through into right field for a base hit. And a good throw is going to hold that runner at third, so they're loaded now with only one away.
Catcher, A.J.
Digging in to try it again, John Lane. He's looking to go 4 for 4 with a base hit right here. He's ready. Here's the first offering. The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0. Downstairs, 2 balls and no strikes.
Looks like they're showing a bit more respect to that guy up there. That's what a 3 for 3 ball game will do for you.
2-0 count. Here it comes. Here's a swing and a high pop up. Gordon is there for it. 1 away.
And here's a look at the numbers from the last time he took the hill, and hey, he wound up.
Well, a pretty good offensive show of force in this one. Probably at least a couple of players deserving. But, gentlemen, let's go ahead and give this man the nod as our top player of the game.